Phil, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Zach, tell me why you're excited. It's a big day.
Yeah, I mean, as I think everyone can see here, the Sorcery TCG Player Drop date has announced. Phil and I have not watched this yet, so we're gonna wing it. We're gonna watch the video along with you, and I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out what is happening here as we go through, and then we'll stop and we'll talk about our reactions to it. Let's no further ado. Let's just watch the damn thing. We'll try and be as silent as possible while this plays, because we'll be seeing it for the first time as well. Here we go.
Beautiful. Oh, shit.
Wow.
That's a lot of cards.
It's a lot of cards. December 5th. Okay. Well, now we know.
That's after our crossroads in Baltimore.
Yes. Let's go. All right, let's go back a little bit here, because we saw a ton of cards, right? So it starts here.
Yeah, mute the thing, that way when you play it doesn't explode on it.
Yeah, okay, so we've got Screamer here. 3 for a 3, 2 air, and it says Genesis, tap target adjacent enemy minion and make it take a step away.
So yeah, so it bounces a creature to, or it pushes a creature.
Yeah, pushes and taps. Okay. Let's see if I can go a little further here. All right, we got Open Mausoleum, an air site. Genesis, you may pay 1 to summon a skeleton token here. So like the common earth sites, but you're getting a skeleton instead of a foot soldier.
So yeah, so a skeleton presumably is a 1/1?
Yeah, I think it's a 1/1 that can't block.
Okay. And this is so this is just like, do you think this is like a cycle that like every?
Well, this is an ordinary site, so I'm assuming this is the ordinary site for air. Generally, there'll be one ordinary site that is for each color or each
I just mean
element.
that, like, you were like, oh yeah, the earth one made a foot soldier, so the air one makes a skeleton. Do you think?
Yeah, no. So a good level set here, Phil. So what we know about this so far is that evil is going to be incorporated as a creature type, or a super type in this set. So monsters, undead, and demons are all considered evil, and there'll be a lot of cards that deal with evil. So I think skeletons technically count as evil. So this is just like one thing that like gets evil into the game.
Okay, yeah. So they're essentially batching. They're batching subtypes into a larger batch that you have to care about for effects.
Yeah. But we'll see as we go forward here. We've got, what else we got here? Demonic Contract. Elite, sign here.
It's Demonic Tutor.
Yeah, it's Demonic Tutor. Search your spellbook for any card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle afterwards.
That's just straight up Demonic Tutor.
Yo, bro. I mean, come on.
Dude, and it's not unique.
It's elite.
Like 2 Demonic Contracts.
Yeah. So that's pretty awesome, actually, because that means that because the decks are getting bigger, now you can play basically 3 of a unique in your deck with Demonic Contract, as long as you're playing red, as long as you're playing fire.
You may only search for a spell that has a rarity lower than or equal to a demonic minion that you control. There's context here.
There is extra here.
I thought that was
flavor text.
No, a lot of additional text here. Hold on, let's get in on that.
Yeah.
Right. As an additional cost to cast Demonic Contract, you must pay 4 life or reach another accord with said demon by sacrificing a coin, egg, frog, gem, goat, rune, treasure, or mortal
card. Okay.
So there's actually a bunch of additional costs here, and it can't get any of your uniques.
Yeah.
Unless you have a demon. Well, it can if you have a unique demon on the board.
Yeah.
So
pretty interesting.
You may only search for a spell with a lower rarity, lower than or equal to a demon minion you control. So this actually doesn't do anything if you don't control a demon.
Demons. Okay. Wow.
Okay,
I was completely off on this. This is trash.
No, I don't know about that because we don't know what the demons are, dude. Like we know that like the straight up tutors are extremely powerful. If the only thing that this is like, yes, this is going to be tied to the fact that like you need some amount of demons that you already want to be playing. But if you're already in the market for those demons, then this card's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Because you know what I love about this, Phil? You got to read that fine print.
You got to read that fine print, dude. Well, you just gave me the breakdown on Death Speaker. Video link above one of our heads. In that, you were talking about how being able to recur your stuff, and there's not really that many discard outlets. This is a sacrifice effect.
Yeah. This is a sacrifice effect
for that type of thing. And if you don't have that,
for your demons,
you can just pay 4 life, and you're sort of you're sort of in that market.
It's a sacrifice effect for your mortal, so you could put a Grandmaster Wizard on a Geistwood, sacrifice it, right? Boom, go grab. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah,
that's a thing, and also like that payoff of where you were like, you get your free spells for being at Death's Door. Like you get to flirt with that 4 life. Like that's not necessarily a downside.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep going here.
That's powerful. That card's going to be fun.
We've got Hearkening Kraken, 6 for a 5. It has Submerge. Must be cast Submerged and costs 1 less for each enemy in its body of water. So, Phil, body of water is anything that's attached to one water site that is also water. So the body of water,
So if I had a water site and you had 3 of your minions on its surface, this would cost 3 less to submerge it there, right?
Let's say I have a water site and you have a water site, and then I have another water site that's attached to it, and your water site has 3 minions. This would cost 3 less.
No, this says for each enemy in its body of water.
Yes. If I'm casting it, sorry.
If you're casting Hearkening Kraken.
Yes. And you have 3 guys on your water site that is attached to one of my water sites that is attached to where I'm submerging this thing costs 3 less.
What do you mean attached? So
a body of water is any number of sites that are adjacent to each other that are water.
I see. Okay, so this is also going to be, so you could cast this for a lot cheaper if your opponent's playing water sites, you just line your water sites up with theirs. That way this can cost less.
Exactly. But you do have to cast it submerged, which is nothing in a situation where you're, hoping to probably defend with this. So it's good that it costs less.
By defending, you have to it requires that you move up to the surface, right?
Correct. Yeah. All right. Silver Bullet. Bearer has tap, sacrifice Silver Bullet. This unit may cast an exceptional spell from your collection. We've talked about collection a little bit, but there will be 10 additional cards. There's a sideboard that is considered your collection that cards like this will be able to get.
Okay, so this one, an exceptional spell is uncommon, right?
Correct, yes.
So you get to tap, sacrifice the bullet, and then you can cast an uncommon from your collection. So that's pretty good, because that means that you as a tutor, this is an elite relic, so you can play 2 of these. And just having access to a bunch of effects that you would want as
exceptional silver bullets, right?
This is going to be very, very flexible, yeah.
All right, let's see what's next here. Here we go. Shackled Demon, an elite demon that bides his time. 4 for a 5. Disabled until adjacent spellcaster taps to release him. So you would put this next to either your avatar, or you could put it next to your what's it called? Apprentice Wizard or Grandmaster Wizard or Adept Illusionist, what have you.
So it just has to be, this is just okay, I'm going to use the Shackled Demon's effect. I'm going to tap this spellcaster that's adjacent to him.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if River of Flame is allowed to tap for this. You can sacrifice River of Flame. I found that out. Someone commented on one of recent videos. River of Flame's a site that counts as a fire spellcaster. You could sacrifice that to Pact with the Devil and draw 3 cards. That's just interesting. Okay, and then we have Chorus of Condemnation. This is unique magic. Each player chooses another to discard a card. You've got a Thoughtseize here.
So this isn't a Thoughtseize, this is a Raven's Crime.
It's not even a Raven's Crime because you're actually losing 2 cards for this.
Why is that?
Because you have to, each player chooses another to discard a card. You're casting this, you're losing a card. They're choosing to have you lose a card.
This is the type of card where you want to be cemetery focused. Like you want your stuff in the cemetery. So there's going to be some sort of payoffs for this.
Be very sick, right? So what you could do is, if you Courtesan Thias this, right, and you see your opponent has it, then you could be like, I'll choose you, and so will you.
Oh yeah, nice. Right.
All right.
Well, no, each player chooses another. You can't choose yourself.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Am I reading that correctly?
I think you're correct. Yeah.
I don't know. I remember like asking about some rules where like, can you attack your own stuff or whatever to get your life lower if you wanted to get to death's door, so you could activate your Death Speaker effects faster, like for cheaper? And I think we found out that you can't do that.
I found another one. Another card that we missed.
What is that? Doom Spirit? Bound Spirit. Disabled unless adjacent to an allied spellcaster. Okay, so this thing is a 4 mana 4 power creature, or
that needs to have a guy next to him. Yeah,
just has to have a spellcaster next to it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that seems like a limited card, right?
Yeah, low threshold.
Just trying to make sure when we scrub through this. Okay, Open Grave. Oh, look, it's an Earth Site that you can summon a skeleton to.
Okay, so there's just a bunch of these that you can summon skeletons at.
Yeah.
Okay. Skeletons confirmed are just 1/1s can't block, right?
Yeah. Let's I'm gonna put this playback speed at like 0.25 and just hit play so we can see what's going on. Okay. So also we have Noisome Twosome, which is Deathrite summon a skeleton here as a 2/2 skeleton. Undead. 2/2 undead. All right. We've got Gravedigger, burrow target adjacent undead, so that can just bury an undead creature. But if it doesn't have burrow, it gets destroyed.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I feel like most undead creatures should have burrow because it makes sense that they would be, but they don't. Yeah,
they don't, because if they're burrowed, they're back in the graveyard, right?
Yeah. I would just think that like if all these monsters coming out of their graves, it makes sense that they would be able to survive underground. But
this is one that's already been spoiled. Hot Wheels, 4 for a 2, and it says rolls 2 steps forward, striking another enemy at each unit it enters.
Okay, so rolls forward 2 steps means that like wherever you place it, it can literally only move forward.
No, this is the Genesis ability. So it enters the battlefield and then moves forward.
That's what I mean though, but like when it's moving forward, it means that like you put this like back somewhere and it can only move forward. It can't move laterally.
On your turn, presumably it can move laterally.
Yeah. I'm saying for the Genesis ability, it only goes forward. For the Genesis ability,
it's going forward. Yeah. We've got Ravenous Werewolf, charge and movement +1 for 5 for a 3. It's an ordinary, This might be a role player in like draft or something.
It seems like it's primarily going to be a removal spell for smaller minions, right?
Yeah.
Smaller monsters.
We've got an exceptional sight here for fire. All healing is half rounded down. Okay.
So does that mean you have to mark it, right? Like, because typically damage would wear off, right?
No. All healing is halved rounded down. So that's like gain 4 life. You don't gain, you heal life.
So like if you cast a spell and from
Divine Healing, for example, you only gain 4 instead of
Got it.
Half rounded down also means that your eggs would not work.
Well, because it affects the entire realm.
Yeah. It doesn't say like on this site all healing. It says all healing, straight up, all healing.
Straight up. Okay, so it's just like a mass. Okay, cool.
Hellhounds. This is a demon, ordinary demon from hell. So 3 for 3. There's not a whole lot to say about this. This one's been spoiled.
Quote a Shakespeare quote. Let's go.
And a Shakespeare quote. What play do you think that is, Phil?
A curse shall light upon the limbs of men. Blood and destruction shall be so in use that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants quartered with the hands of war, or pity choked with custom of fell deeds.
How was that?
I don't know what that is. Hamlet, Macbeth,
bro. It's Hellhounds, the legendary play Hellhounds.
The classic
Hellhounds, the play.
The classic play Hellhounds. Okay, so we've got a unique site here. Sites occupied by evil. At the end of turn, you lose 1 life. That's cool. Defiler Sphere.
Spire.
Yeah, Spire. Sorry. Sphere. A little too magic. This art rules, by the way.
So this
art is so rad.
So evil is that batching that you were talking about.
Correct, yes. Evil is demons, monsters, undead.
So this is actually like almost like hate for those. This is like
this is hate. This is hate.
This is hate, yeah.
Yeah. And then we also have Grief Larvae. This is burrowing. It's a monster with burrowing, so it is evil. At the end of your turn, it deals 1 damage to this site. That's pretty cool. You can slide it under your opponent's site and then just be like pinging you. Try and get me. All right. We've got Death Knight, exceptional commander of the undead. All other undead allies have +1 power.
All Sick. Nearby allies.
Nearby. All other nearby undead allies have +1 power. This is sick. This is like a build round. I love that.
Yeah, this is a lord, right?
Yeah. Flaming Skull. It's a 2 for 2. Fire, Spellcaster, and Airborne.
So remind me, other nearby undead allies, that means that like in the king's movement,
yeah,
right?
That's a king's move. That is diagonal and orthogonal together. All right, so we got ordinary Flaming Skull. Yeah, as you do, ordinary Flaming Skulls. I'm gonna go back just a touch.
You gotta be faster on the draw, bro. Faster.
Yeah, dude. All right, there we go.
Boom.
Mudslide. Slide all units and land sites into this column one step or right. Okay, so just like
slide all units at land sites in this column 1 step left or right. Okay, so wherever you place it, you just move the entire.
All the units go bloop or bloop.
Yeah, you like. So it's interesting. I'm used to thinking of in chess you have ranks and you have files.
Yeah,
the files are columns. So
yeah, columns are up and down.
Yeah, so you slide all units at land sites, which is just pretty much anything.
It's got to be a column has to be up and down because you wouldn't slide something left or right.
Totally, yeah.
Maybe you would. I don't know.
But like in this instance where it's saying all units at land sites, why would a unit not be at a land site? Like,
because it could be a water site. It could be a water site.
Oh, land sites is specifically not water.
Land,
not water.
Yeah. Not water.
Okay, so land encapsulates everything that's
and
not
this
water.
This is a water site, so it's not a land site.
Right, okay. So, but of all, there are 4 different kinds of sites, and only
there are 2
water
different kinds of sites, really, because there is land and there's water.
And then there's 4 thresholds.
And then there's the void, and there are 4 elements.
Right, okay.
But if a site does not have water, it's considered a land site.
Got it, okay.
All right, keep going. We got Silent Hills. A little nod there. An Earth ordinary site. Until your next turn, minions are silenced while atop nearby sites. Okay.
Silence means that they can't attack either?
No, silence means that they don't have a text box.
Got it, okay.
Disabled, I think, is they can't
This is dressed down.
Yeah, this is dressed down. We've got steal a nearby ward. Heretics of Seth. That's so gothic. Also, sick art by the guy. I'm gonna say that's the same artist that did what's called Enchantress.
Nice.
Deal a nearby ward. We don't know what a ward is yet, so we'll just have to keep guessing on that one. Cemetery Rats. Ordinary. Burrowing. Genesis. Discard your top 2 spells. Look at that. We're getting a little closer to the graveyard synergies, right?
Self mill right here. This is actually like in any deck that we know that this card will be quite good in any deck that is actually looking to do graveyard or cemetery shenanigans. This is like a very classic enabler. This is your Stitcher Supplier. This might
be like Stitcher Supplier is in Magic.
This is going to be the backbone of cemetery strategies because just dumping ETB, dump 2 cards to your cemetery is powerful.
And it's a beast, which is a relevant type as well. There are cards that like get beasts or affect beasts specifically. So that'll be interesting.
You're going to put 4 of these in your deck and always hope to open one.
Redmane Hyena. It's an exceptional beast. Genesis up to 3 cards. Banish up to 3 cards from cemeteries. If there are any demons, this becomes one permanently gains +2 power. Wow. So if you banish a demon from one of these, it becomes a null basically.
It becomes a 2-mana 4-power demon beast.
Yeah, pretty sick.
Does it maintain?
Not for nothing. Banish 3 cards from cemeteries. We're getting a little bit of graveyard hate here. We're seeing the synergies but also design that says okay, you can combat this stuff.
So, question for you: when it says if there are demons, this becomes one. Does that mean that it's an exceptional demon beast, or is it only a demon? Does it maintain its previous?
I would assume that it also is a beast.
It's not because typically I would be used to seeing the text where it says if there are any demons, this becomes one in addition.
Yeah, you can be more than one thing. There are royal mortals. Royal is a keyword. Yeah,
it's not this is it's in sorcery. It is presumed that it maintains everything.
Yeah,
until it doesn't, rather than it's not
so.
It needs the caveat of in addition to its other types.
I mean, the game's so new that I don't think they've really explicitly stated that yet.
Okay,
but I'm sure they'll clarify. All right, what do we got next? Gnarled Wendigo, 6 for a 5 in water. An exceptional monster. Speak not its name. This costs 2 less for each minion you sacrifice during its summoning location. Okay.
So this could just be a free 5-power creature.
Yeah, you could summon Plague of Frogs and then put this into play kind of thing. Yeah.
This also is the type of thing where we were talking with the rats that we just saw that mill. So they mill too, but they're pretty anemic. But if you're just playing those cheap enablers where you don't care about the body, you care about the
exactly.
Effect,
you care about
those
the
things
effect,
have done its job, and then you just get you can get a payoff of a really thick beater pretty early because if you play a bunch of your 1-drops, so theoretically you could go play Sight, cast a 1-drop, turn 2 play a Sight, cast 2 more 1-drops, and then this thing is free.
Yeah,
on that
play Apprentice Wizard, get the card that you wanted for the Apprentice Wizard, then play this afterwards for 3, or for 4, on the next turn.
No, this costs 2 less. So if you sacrifice 3 minions, it's free.
That's what I'm saying. I was just thinking about the curve. Your Apprentice Wizard costs 3, right? You play Apprentice Wizard, and then the next turn you have 4. You play this off of the Apprentice Wizard.
I'm saying you could get even more aggro. You could play a bunch of 1-drops.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You
turn
can
1-drop, turn 2 1-drop, 1-drop, turn 3, or in that same turn on turn 2, cast this by just sacking those creatures.
We've got Carrion Beetles. Genesis, banish 3 cards from a cemetery. Burrowing, ordinary minion, 1/1. I mean, there's a little bit more hate.
Your 1-mana banish 3 cards is powerful.
There's your 1-mana guy right there,
dude.
Right?
You're getting me right into Archimago right as they're printing all this graveyard hate. You're just walking me right into a parfait situation.
Yep. Monster Morphosis. This is exceptional magic for 3/2 blue 2 water threshold. Disable target nearby minion until your next turn. At the start of that turn, you may transform it into a monster from your hand or horrible hybrids from your collection. We don't know what horrible hybrids are yet, but I'm assuming that it is something spooky. Drowned. Drowned is a ordinary undead. Ordinary undead, take the plunge. Submerge, must be cast submerge. It's 2 for a 3, Phil. Little value there. 2 for a 3.
Yeah, I have nothing to say. I mean, it's a good aggressive card, but you got it.
Yeah. You're I don't need aggressive cards. I need more control.
Well, it's also slow, right? Because if you wanted to attack your opponent's stuff, you have to spend a turn coming up.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Dreadwing. We have an ordinary demon of mercurial moods. This is a 5 and an air for a 4-power minion with airborne. And Genesis strikes your avatar unless you discard a card.
No, so this is very clearly I mean, it's obviously not super pushed by any means, but you're certainly not playing it unless you want to discard cards.
Yes, yeah, I think that's the point here, right?
You're paying.
Otherwise, you're maundering into Serendib Jin territory.
Yeah, you're paying 5 for a 4-power flyer that enables you.
Yeah, exactly. Cursed Iron. This has been spoiled already, but it's worth mentioning here. artifacts here can't be dropped, and each deals 1 damage to its bearer at the end of each turn. So this is like legit hate for like Angel's Eggs or what's called the ring, stuff like that.
So
or anybody who's like loaded up on cores, like on their next turn, they're just going to take a ton of damage at the end of each turn.
Because
each turn. That's not just your turn; that's the next turn too.
So you have to play your artifacts on a site, right?
Correct. Yeah. You play your artifact on an avatar or a minion. So if you play this on an avatar and it's got like 3 cores and a ring and an egg on it, right? You're taking like 5 damage.
Oh yeah. So you can just place this aura on any minion.
Well, you play it at the nexus of 4 sites, right? So your opponent has to move away from it. But if they're like in a corner or something, or if they just don't want to move, like
auras are on nexuses, right?
Yeah. All right. We got Skeleton Mage, Spellcaster for 2. It is a 1 power, 2 and 2 air. Exceptional. Spellcaster may cast ordinary magic from cemetery, banishing it afterwards. Ooh,
dude, it's Snapcaster
spicy.
Mage.
You've got a little, and that's exceptional. Pretty nice.
It's a Snapcaster Mage.
Yep.
It's
Bone Spear. Sacrifice an undead to shoot a projectile from its location that deals 3 damage. It's a Bone Spear. That's a classic Diablo 2 reference right there.
And this is also like with all those sites, those ordinary sites that are just giving you fodder.
Yeah.
It just becomes a 1-mana bolt.
Yep. All right. Desecrate, exceptional magic for 2. It's 2 air. An evil ally strikes its site, then transform it into desecrated ground from your collection. We don't know what desecrated ground is yet, but that's interesting. An evil ally strikes its site. So if you just target one of your opponent's evil allies, evil ally strikes its site. So it's going to be one of your evil guys and turn it into desecrated ground. So I wonder what desecrated ground is.
It's got to be some sort of like.
It's going to be something good, right?
You're paying 2 to like give yourself some sort of buff. Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to strike your own site and then get something bad to happen, right?
Yo, you were talking about Serendib Afreet. Here it is.
Here it is, right? At the start of your turn, lose 2 life. This is Mazuj Afreet. So it's 3, 2 air for a 4 airborne.
That's 2
at the
fire,
start of your
2 fire,
turn,
not air.
2 fire. At the start of your turn, lose 2 life. Jeff Easley, man. Jeff Easley is a classic illustrator for fantasy. Love to see that guy doing work here. What do we got? That was an elite demon too, by the way. Crucifix. 3 for a elite relic and quick fix that sticks. That's great. This is Genesis Return each evil minion here to its owner's hand. Evil minions can't enter this location. What great flavor?
Remind me, what's the difference between an artifact and a relic?
It's the same thing. Elite.
Oh, okay.
The difference is a monument and a relic. They're both artifacts, but a monument can't move. A monument goes onto a site and stays there.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What we got? Entombed. 2 for a 3. Burrowing must be cast burrowed. It's just like that other one that we saw, but this is the Earth version.
It's the Earth version of
Crawler. An undead that scrapes and scamps. Projectiles fly over the crawler. He's a 3 for 3 on Earth. Frozen Horror. 5. 2 of that is water for a 3. Stealth. Break stealth. Disable other nearby minions until your next turn. Okay.
Yeah. So it dresses down everything in your.
Yeah, if you break the stealth, you just disable everything until your next turn. That's pretty cool.
You're going to have to beat it into my head, too. Nearby as a king's move.
Correct. Frozen Horror. This is... Sorry, that I'm looking at the name of the card up there. This is Sphinx Sarcophagus. An elite site that recites a riddle of rhyme. Banish 2 identical spells from your cemetery to draw a spell.
From cemeteries, not 2 cemeteries. So
from cemeteries. Ooh.
If you're playing,
you're in the mirror.
If you're in the mirror, you just ban something from yours, ban something from theirs, draw a spell.
Or from theirs.
Yeah, if they have two
or just from theirs, yeah. Right? Yeah.
So banish 2 identical spells from cemeteries to draw a card. Okay, so it's graveyard hate, but it's unique, right?
Sorry, gotta go back. Elite, I think.
Was it elite or was it? Yeah, it was elite, not unique, right?
Let's find out. Elite. It's elite.
So banish 2 identical spells. So this is like one of those cards where so this is a site, but it doesn't provide any threshold.
It does not provide it will provide mana, but it won't provide threshold.
And then the genesis of it doesn't.
Is
it only works if you have 2 targets,
enough.
right?
Yeah.
It
it's
almost
great
like...
if it hits. It's great, but if you're not guaranteed to draw, right? This is just some mana for you.
Yeah, I guess this would be good if you were playing decks that did. If you were playing a relatively threshold light deck, then this can be really powerful because it's graveyard hate that replaces itself.
Phil, can we talk about something real fast? 140 cards. How are we even going to review this set when it comes out?
Dude, I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome.
Okay, keep going here. Oh,
there it goes.
Hold on. Go back here. It's a touch. All right, here we go. Oh.
Too fast, bro. Too fast.
It's going too fast.
Too many clicks. Too quick.
All right, here we go. This is Fields of Physis.
Fields of Fixis.
The site directly in front is silenced. Sick. This is great for getting through those sites that are like, like the Perilous Tower or Perilous Wall or whatever that is. The one that like won't let you attack, like move from the top of it, or Gnome Hollows, that sort of stuff. So that's a good one, and that's an air site. We've got Willing Tribute. We've seen this one. 2 air for 2. Sacrifice, untap, adjacent evil ally. It's an ordinary.
Yeah, it's 2 mana 2/2 that can give your evils vigilance.
Yeah, basically, well, not only... So, the thing about untapping in this game, Phil, is that it doesn't happen often, and you can attack again.
Oh, really? I thought you could only attack once a turn.
No. You can just, look... If you look at... there's a card called Screaming Skull that you can use with Battle Mage. You can just checker your way across the board, because every time it kills a guy, it untaps.
So as long as you have the ability to attack, you can attack?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, somebody. We've got Road to Perdition. An exceptional sight. Each step, a judgment. Genesis this is fire. Genesis, target nearby evil gains or loses 1 power this turn. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
you can use it
for
both attack
offensive
or
and defensively.
Yeah. Base of Babel. Exceptional sight. Foundation or Folly. You may build Tower of Babel by playing the Apex of Babel atop this. Weird. I guess you get like another free site on top of it?
You may build the Tower of Babel by playing the Apex of Babel atop this.
I don't know what that means. Like, there's obviously another site called Apex of Babel, but I haven't seen it, so I don't know what that is. I don't know what there's a lot of rules here that need to be clarified.
I assume that if you have the Tower of Babel, it gains some sort of ability.
I mean, we'll find out when we see Apex of Babel,
this
right?
Is assemble a contraption.
Yeah. 10-ton slug. 10-ton slug. This is 7 2 water for 7 power, and it's just an ordinary monster. No hope subsists neath this ordinary monster. Cool.
Yeah, it's 7 mana 7/7.
Vast Desert. This is a new desert. As we know, most ordinary deserts do the thing. It's Genesis. Deal 1 damage to each minion top nearby site. Okay, nice, normal. That is what all deserts do. There are already 4. This is the 5th. Barrow White. 2 for a 2. Earth. Burrowing, undead minion. Pay 2. Sacrifice a skeleton token. Summon this minion from your cemetery to that site. So you can use the skeletons to get guys back too, apparently.
This is Gravecrawler.
Yeah. Searing Truth. 3 and 2 red. 2 red, 2 fire. Exceptional magic. Target player draws and reveals 2 spells, then takes damage equal to the higher mana cost. So it's a draw spell, but it's going to cost you.
This is really good though.
Yeah.
This is divination, and this is as somebody who's been in an Archimago mindset since we did the breakdown. I see one spell that begets 2 spells, and that's really powerful.
Simulator Snail. 4, 2, that's water. For a 0 power, once on your turn, you may banish a dead minion. The simulator becomes a copy of that minion until your next turn. Okay. Interesting.
It's clone.
It's an elite clone. Well, we have clones already. We have Simulacrum.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is body double because it says banish a dead minion.
Yeah.
So you're just removing something from your graveyard to turn it into it.
Yeah. You're not. Yeah. This is interesting, and it's it could be your opponent's minions, right?
Banish a dead minion. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Archangel Samael. All right. 4 red threshold, 5 mana, 4 red threshold for 4 power. Airborne and Ward. We still don't know what Ward does yet. Unique Angel, Punisher of the Impure. Genesis is players lose life equal to each evil minion they control or is in their cemetery. Okay.
I mean, also just like, I mean, what Ward is?
We don't know yet.
I imagine Ward is some sort of defensive mechanic.
Yeah, like if it gets targeted, it doesn't get targeted and the ward goes away.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But this is just also going to be pretty good on rate. A 5 mana, 4 power flyer that has some sort of protection.
Yeah.
Like even if the Genesis
assuming that's protection, yeah. All right, well,
even if the Genesis is anemic, if Ward is at all relevant, this is just like this is good on rate.
All mortals gone. Kill all mortals for 3 and 2 air. Unique magic.
Dude,
the fall of man.
How sick would it have been if this card was called Kill All Mortals and then the text was Kill All Mortals?
It's true. I love the art here. Again, the same artist that did Enchantress. Desecrator Kite. It is a ordinary monster flying fright, 1 for 1. It is air, and it says at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to this site. So it's like the air version of the burrowing guy, right? Because you can't attack this unless you have airborne. So it can just kind of sit above and deal damage. Noxious Corpse. An ordinary lethal 2/2 for red.
So it's the 2/2 Death Toucher?
Yep. Necronomiconcert.
Yeah, Necronomiconcert, bro.
Yeah, Necronomiconcert. 5. That's 2 air. Elite magic of post-humanist performance. Each differently named undead and instrument nearby joins the band. Draw a card for each spell. Love the flavor there.
Each differently named undead. What's an instrument?
I'm sure there's artifacts that are considered instruments. I think there are.
Okay.
Like
each
drums.
Differently named undead and instrument nearby joins the band. So that means that
you basically have to create an undead band for this card to work.
So each differently named undead an instrument nearby. That instrument nearby is referring to any of your undead.
Cast from. Oh, you need a spellcaster to cast this. So wherever it's being cast from.
Each differently named undead an instrument nearby. So if you have a spellcaster, it's looking at each differently unnamed dead in your realm.
And that is nearby that spellcaster. Nearby is a king's move.
Yeah, okay. Each differently named undead and instrument are nearby is referring both to the undead and the instruments.
Correct.
Okay, so within a king's move, you draw a card. You draw a spell.
For each differently named undead and for each differently named instrument.
It seems pretty powerful.
This could be very good, but I mean, you have to fill your deck with undead minions, instruments.
But you have a bunch of sites that just give you undead for free.
Yeah. Now the question is it for each differently named undead and instrument? Because that significantly lowers the power level of this. Or are you getting a bonus for having the instrument? Like, do you have to have an undead and an instrument, and then you draw 1 card? Or is it an undead and an instrument and draw 2 cards?
I would think that it's for each undead and each instrument, you draw a spell.
Okay. Well, we'll find out. Kroll Morlocks. 3 for 3. Burrowing and Voidwalk, exceptional giants. These are Earth.
So for something with Voidwalk, you can summon it in a void, right?
Yes. In fact, sometimes you have to, depending on what the card says. But yeah, the Voidwalk is you may summon it to the void. You may also summon this one underground as well. All right, and that's it. 440 cards. I'm hyped for this, man. There's so many Phil, have you seen? So there's also a card called Necromancer. I forget exactly what it does. It's going to be one of the new avatars, and it summons a skeleton. I think you can like banish undead to summon skeleton. We'll talk about that when we go over the full set. But I don't know, man. I'm hyped. December 5th. We just went over all those cards. If you like this video, go ahead and please like the video. Subscribe to us. We're still growing on YouTube, trying to get out of YouTube hell. Also, if you're going to buy some cards between now and then, down in the link below, we also have our TCG Player affiliate link. Please, it's a great way to support the channel without having to do anything extra.
We're all going to need to get some of these Gothic cards. So if you're going to be buying those cards, obviously use our affiliate link. We get a small but meaningful kickback for every order, and it's totally passive. Your order stays the same. We just get a percentage of that order, and then it helps us funnel more content onto the channel. So give it a hit. We're going to use it. I'm picking up my Archangels. What are they called? Archangel what? Samael,
Archangel Samael.
Samael. I'm an angel junkie, dude. I love my angels.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Do all those things, and thanks. We'll catch you on the next one.